Okay, and what about Jupiter and on?
Yes, of course. We know within our solar system, the Jupiter is the largest planet exist, and we know that also that the Jupiter has winds which are gusting from 14 to 1800 miles an hour. To no offense to any scientist, but I thought when somebody's getting a science degree, automatically they're going to have a good knowledge of physics and chemistry. But it's what it makes me, but they still don't understand what possibly way can cause that kind of winds on the surface of that planet. And they call that planet a liquid planet. How possibly way they can say something like that? When the planet has 20 and a quarter time more gravity force than any planet within our solar system. And the sun is the only the star has more gravitational force than the Jupiter. The Jupiter is the second in a row. Now, what exactly mean that? To me, it give me the understanding, because no scientist, I can repeat again, no scientist knows exactly how gravitational force works, except me. No scientist knows how their inner cores are functioning. And I can tell you this, but this is a fact, and I can prove them anytime they desire. That how that exactly what is happening. The larger is the inner core, the more powerful the inner core is. And the more force they have, they can force that energy all the way to the surface of that planet. Now, this is what exactly is happening. Imagine this, if the lava in the outer core of the Earth, it reaches about 10,000 degrees, the lava, outer core of the Jupiter, it will be twice as much or more. I mean, the lava which one reaches to the surface of that planet, it's about 3 times more hotter than the one is coming out on the surface of our Earth, because the Earth doesn't have much of a strength to heat it up, the lava at that point, to be in a boiling point. And here we are. The thing about this now, we have an environment which one sun energy never reached to the surface of that planet, and we have the hottest volcano which one spewing lava to the surface of that planet. Imagine that, what kind of chaos they can create. They can create the most powerful movement on the surface of that planet. That's why the winds are gusting from 14 to 1800 miles an hour. And imagine that. Beside that, the winds, that kind of winds, what it can cause to the surface. The surface of that planet, you never will find frozen surface, because of the friction, constant friction. It will heat it up the surface. It will always keep warm the surface. But that doesn't mean, if the surface is warm, you can find a life form over there. I'm not claiming the life form over there, even though I said, with one of my clips, that, you see the gravitational force, if we had on Earth that kind of gravitational force, like on a planet Jupiter, we could have been more healthier. Not that we could have been more healthy on the surface of the Jupiter, because the Jupiter doesn't have an environment to sustain life form. It's that simple, okay? And let's take the planets after Jupiter. The first planet after Jupiter is the Saturn. The planet is 760 times larger than Earth itself. Can you imagine that? But the gravitational force is a lot less than the Earth. Imagine this, why do we have those beautiful, rings, which one that planet has? Those are just the crashed moons, some of the moons which one we see, and some of we don't know already where they are. Those are the moons which one when energy decreased slowly and didn't have enough strength to hold on to all its moon, and some of them, they end up crashing to each other. That's how we have so many rings. We can see so many rings around the Saturn, because the planet is very old and can sustain any longer its moons.